see here. There you go, apiary. Okay. Good evening. This is the Bee Ldy Apiary signing on. I need to go to the desktop here if I want to see anything. Oh, I should move it closer. Ooh, come here. No, don't touch it.
I wasn't sure it didn't fall out.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. Okay. Sneeze. Okay. Hi, McCray. Oh, family. I don't know when I brought that up. Okay, let's see. McCray, Renee, howdy. I don't know why that got there. Okay. It's, you gonna sneeze? Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here. And I'm gonna move that over there. What a day. Oh, I must be allergic to something out here. Okay, for those of you who have been with us this week, good. This way, maybe. Okay. You saw that just about every day. Well, every day when it was thank you. Every day when we could, we were down in our bee yard. Now, I had a few questions from folks. This is an old farmhouse that we live in. Oh, can everybody hear me? Oh, yes, you really see. Okay. And so, not being a new home, everything here is like spread out. Ideally, you know, you would like to be able to position things on your property so that they're close, but that's not going to happen here. We have a very large garage right there. How old is it? 2, 3? I don't know what it is. How large is that garage? With a loft upstairs. In fact,
it's got a second story.
It's got a second story. In fact, our children thought when we came to show them the home that they thought that that was the house. Okay, that's relative. That's close, right there. And then we have, of course, the kennel for the dogs, right there. But the barns are way over there. Not too far, but if you're going over to take care of animals in the morning or something, yeah, to me, it's not a hike. Where the bees are, we can't even see our bees. Thank you, Renee. We can't see our bees, they can't see us. And I was thinking about this earlier. I'm gonna put this fan back on just to keep the bugs away. The good thing about where we have our bees is they never hear any of the noises up here. Now, we live on a country road, and every now and then a car will go by. We don't have fire trucks. Do you have a TV on in the background? Oh, no, hold on one second. Okay, another laptop going to town. We never hear a sight. Well, every once in a great while, we'll hear something like that. Okay. But nothing. I mean, on our road. In fact, I have some videos of it. I have so much to put up. But anyway, people are, you know, they have their small children in strollers. They rollerblade, they roller skate, they ride bikes. It's a typical country road. It's paved, but it's a typical country road. It's one of these areas that's, as they say, beyond the sidewalks. We don't have sidewalks out here. So, and way back there where the bees are, behind them, and I showed you this on one of the videos, is our cornfield, like some more woods, and then cornfields. Look at that. I'm telling you, nature is wild tonight. Cornfields, and then that way woods, and then to the right of us woods. So they're in a very insulated sound area. They don't get, we go down, and so they hear us when we're talking to them. Hi, McCrae. Oh, you don't see my bikes. It's all, oh, wow. Yeah. Hi, Cab7. Cab7. I invited him here next year. Told him he's going to suit up. Suit up. Get ready, Cab. He got pieces. He's the one that does the Hershey bars and the peanut butter. And he goes around to different homesteaders. He's in Pennsylvania. Oh, yeah. We have a bee suit with your name on it. Anyway, yes, McCrae family. Yeah, you laugh. Look at LOL. No, LOL, nothing. No, LOL. No, LOL, Cab7. That's going to be precious video, too. We got a couple bee suits. You suit up. You have to have confidence in the suit that we give you. You have to trust that we know what we're doing when we tell you what to do, and you'll be fine. But anyway, as I was saying, yes, McCrae, our son had, McCrae family, a four-wheeler. They have one across the street, four-wheelers, go-kart. In fact, I'm due for a new go-kart. Things like that. In the winter, snowmobiles zooming around, right? Things like that. But not, the bees are asleep then. They don't know what's going on in the winter. But in the summer, they don't hear sirens. They don't hear all of this environmental noise. We don't have street lights out here. We have one little lamppost, and the people across the road put in two beautiful big lampposts, which I absolutely love. But, when it gets dark, it gets dark. So you really have to go where you're going, or you're not going to end up where you're supposed to be. But back there, it's very well insulated, and so they have the best of nature. It's quiet. They have a whole pond. It's wonderful, and they don't take too kindly when we go back there every single day, as you can see in some of the videos. They're like, oh, come on, you two, we've been here for hours and hours. In the bee class, they always said minimum in a hive 10-15 minutes. I don't know who they were talking about. When we got back to the house today, it was so hot. I was so tired. I said to my husband, okay, that's it. I don't want any more of these 5-box hives. Let's cut them all down to 2. One. This is, love no street lights means we can see. Yes, McCrae family, that is true. Yeah, that's you better hope you can see the stars.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the lights, you see the lights. As I said in one video, my little actually it was a corn crib, and we just took our time and we had it done over and over. And I named it Firefly Lodge because there's so many fireflies out there, and they love it. And so, you can only imagine being in them suits. Well, you can ask Cab7 about it. Yeah, you can ask Cab7 what it's like being in those suits. It's like I say, you can't focus on the bees and your suit at the same time. You have to have confidence in your suit. You have to believe they can't get through. Okay?
All bee suits are hot.
All bee suits are hot.
The reason is, even though they're white and the ones we have are ventilated, they're so heavy and they're so thick to give you that protection that they're really hot in there. It's right. Like I feel like we're in the NASA space program. Right.
And and also, as I mentioned, we had other veils, hats, whatever you call nets, whatever that went with our bee suits, and we swapped out. And the hats that we have with the screens now, goes a lot of trucks. Okay. That's made for the African bees, and I thought that's the way we're going. If it will protect against African bees, we're good to go. The suits scare you. You will walk among the bumblebees and honeybees in your gardens. It don't bother them. Okay, Cab, I'll tell you what.
Well, that's true.
That's good. He's got the knack. I haven't developed that
No, the
knack
garden
yet.
is different.
Hi,
than
Finite
the
World.
hive. They don't care if you walk around them in the garden.
Oh yeah, well we kind of have their hive torn apart there. We have a box there, and a box over there. But if you want to not take a suit and you want to just walk around the hive, talk to the little bees as they swarm all around you. You terminate? Okay. You know, you hear this, Finite World? You're not late, Finite World. They want to come and walk amongst the bees. There's a lot of nature here. What?
It says, but
In the garden, in the garden. Well, not
yeah.
yeah.
Bees will not bother anybody when they're on flowers, when they're out flying for the most part, unless you try to swat one down or something.
Right.
They don't care. The only reason they may sting around a hive is because they're defending their home.
Right.
So that's the only thing, is their hive, they protect it. They're almost a super organism where they act as one, even if there's 50,000 or 80,000 or 100,000. They're acting really as a unit. So there's all different kinds of, there's guard bees, there's nurse bees. Everybody has an assignment. And then, of course, there's the foragers, which go fly out and get the nectar and the pollen.
Right.
But if you see a bee on a flower, you can get pretty close to it. They're not going to bother you.
Right. And like I was saying I don't know if you heard me on one part of this segment of one of our video today, when we take their honey, I heard about the lightning bugs. I had that's nice, Finite World. Where are you? I'm just curious. When we take their honey, we have it in like plastic bags and this and this. They still follow us. They know where their honey's leaving. They're not happy. Oh, you can talk to those, Cab. You just tell them, don't worry.
Especially this time of year.
Cab, you're gonna be our they act like the what? My glasses.
What is it?
The board from Star Trek Collective.
We will assimilate you. Oh God.
No.
Okay, you got a sense of humor.
Yes. Oh, he does. But he has a very calming voice, and everything is peaceful. Oh, pesticides, no pesticides. No here. And I don't really know anybody in this area that has pesticides because everybody has some kind of animal. And I have to go across the road, and I'm almost positive we think we hear chickens over there, and I know they haven't been there that long. And Michigan. You think about that. Maybe when Cab comes. Yeah.
Pesticide on the lawns is one of the worst
Yeah,
things you can do.
It is.
I mean, it's really unnecessary. It's this is my opinion. It's a 1950s concept that your lawn has to be perfect. Every blade has to be the same height and all that stuff. No crabgrass, no dandelions. That's really outmoded, but the pesticides spread with water and everything else beyond where they're sprayed, and the bees are picking them up.
Right. It's really a shame. We only use soap and water, and if you look at our fruit trees, it's like, I mean, they're not bad. I'm gonna probably can apples, can pears. I make applesauce with a mixture of the apples and pears. They're close. The fruit trees are right there. But how far do you think the bee yard is from here? It's not. I mean, people are gonna go, "Oh, that's not far." I know what they're gonna say.
Let me see.
Cab, we don't walk down there. Okay. He's saying he works for a landscaping company and has a company. Oh my goodness.
I'd say about 300 feet.
About 300 feet. Okay, folks, don't tell me that's not far. But I'm taking the cooler with the water. I have my sort of beach bag. I have my hive tube, some of my stuff in there, all my stuff, as a matter of fact. And I just go down, and so we have two vehicles. that way. I take the lawn chair, the leaf blower. Yes, my trusty leaf blower. Landscaping, yeah, yeah. You know, Finite World. That used to be all the rage when I can't. Is it Funk Lawns or something? They come out early in the morning, and then they do your lawn, and you don't have a weed on your lawn. Not a weed. Then they found out that sometimes the dogs and some of the children that were playing on the lawns were getting strange burns,
Getting
sick and stuff like that. So now they, oh, and Maureen's in South Carolina. Hi, South Carolina. South Carolina, Maureen. Isn't that where they sprayed for varroa? Yeah. Is it south or north? Where they sprayed and all the bees died. I think it was.
You know, I don't remember.
I don't remember. Exactly, she says exactly. Okay, so yeah, the bees died. Must have been south. Yep. Yepper. Yeah. So, you know, and we go, you know, we'll go up and down the road now and then, and we'll see neighbors, you know, they're walking. Everybody out here walks. It's amazing. They walk all the way down, and I'll be sitting on the front porch, and they'll go, hey, you want to go for a walk? Huh? Or runs. Yeah, they run. I don't run. And they'll go, hey, we're going for a walk. And my big question is, how far are you going? Oh, all the way down around the bend. Now, my husband's already told me that's what, a mile?
Yeah, it's almost exactly a mile.
Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just sit here. I'll be here when you come back. You know, stuff like that. I walk around our perimeter back there, but that's because I know if something happens, I could call. Or I could call on my cell phone or something. I do ride my bike, which I have to get out, and not alone. You know, in case I get tired, who can come get me on the bike? Or come get me and go get the bike later. I have two bicycles, as a matter of fact. I've had them both for years. One is the old-fashioned kind with none of that, you know, brakes on the. It's not a speed bike. You just put your feet back to stop. And the other one is got the gears on it. But back to the bees, they're about 300 feet away, and it's quiet, it's isolated, and they love it. So this time when we went down there and went through all the hives, we ended up, we have one queen on order. This is where it gets expensive. Well, queen average is about $30. I literally save change all year long because I know when bee season gets here, this is going to happen. Do you sell honey? No, we don't sell honey. It's too much work. Oh, sorry, we don't have those jars and all those little labels. And the liability also. If I were going to sell honey, I would carry an extra insurance policy because somebody would say, I got sick, I broke out, this happened, that happened. And I don't want to go through that. I just don't. You know, I just don't. I mean, I just, you know. Over there, I had a tiny craft shop that was only open on Sundays, you know, where people came in and purchased some of the soaps. So I got tired of doing craft shows. Now, we're going back many years, folks. And hi, Lori Family Homestead. Hello. Good to see you. And, you know, I in my business plan, I knew I needed insurance just for people to walk in there, look at soaps, and walk out. And the minimum was like $1 million. $1 million just to walk in, look at soaps, and walk out. I mean, even our homeowners didn't cover it, and it's on our property. So, me personally, if we sell honey and how can I say, and somebody gets sick, they break out, they say, well, you know, it never happened to me before, and la 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 la. Then, you know, I don't want to go through that. Really, I know it sounds terrible. No, to last longer than it. Yes, it has, Cap 7. Yes, it has. Yes, it does.
Yeah, they found honey in one of the pyramids in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
It had been sealed about 3,000 years ago,
right,
and it was still edible.
Right.
So, as long as it's sealed, the general conventional wisdom is it's going to last longer than we last.
Right. And now I do have COPD and asthma. I have not used my inhalers in weeks. I am supposed to be using 2 folks. That's because I swear by the honey. I learned that if you are able to eat honey that was made in your area, it gives you a natural immunity from allergies and a lot of other stuff. Now, all I can tell you is that is correct, my friend. In the pyramids. Oh, yeah, in the pyramids. Yep. Or that, honey. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you have a child or a spouse or a partner, significant other, a relative that is suffering from asthma or something like that, get honey, probably at one of those garden stands or whatever. And it will help you. Take a couple teaspoons a day, and it does help. Speaking of garden stands, if I were to take you down to our little town, down the road. I mean, people, it's we're all zoned agricultural. They have chickens. They put a little stand out front, and they have eggs to make whatever they're, no big stand, just a little table, eggs, so much, tomatoes, so much. I mean, it just really is nice living in a community like this. The kids are never sick. Love the honey. Oh, okay. But I do too. But our honey tastes a little bit, I'm kind of biased against the bees, but they say, there's supposed to be orange honey and this kind of honey and that kind of honey. I don't know. I like our bee honey, but that's just me. But anyway, back to what I was saying about the expenses. We need one more queen, right?
Yeah, she's coming tomorrow.
She's coming tomorrow. We put pheromone in there. I don't recall putting pheromone in there. Yeah. I don't know, folks.
You did it.
I did it?
Yeah.
Okay, I did
put
it.
in there.
Okay. I don't know if you were able to catch that one. What you're saying there? Most of the shows. Yes, Cab.
Oh, yeah.
It's the China brand of honey. It's really sad. I don't even know what's in that honey. If you are going to use honey, I implore you to go to a local bee club, ask who in there sells honey. Tons of them do. Or you have like, what would you call them? Like a farmer's market or something like that. Even in the winter, because we go to one to get our Christmas trees and get local honey. Because that stuff in the stores is not honey.
You should never buy anything made outside the country, for sure.
That's true. That's true.
What they're doing is they're diluting it. They're putting chemicals in it. They're, especially from China. But now, since people know they're messing it up from China, they're routing it through Mexico. So if you got stuff that you got a moth, you must really like you. So anyway, you really don't want to. You don't want to buy any honey from out of the country, and it's much better. Yes, if you can get something locally, it doesn't take a lot of research.
A lot of people sell it. Yeah. You're right, Cab. What we do is we spin our frames. We'll be saying that we only take off the caps. We don't take everything off like some people do. Leave a lot for the bees because it takes them a lot of work to get going again with, frames that have nothing on them except the foundation. And we filter out the wax cap. I mean, we use cheesecloth, filter it out, and then we bottle it, and that's it. So it's not boiled or cooked or
it's not heated,
which
destroys some of the properties.
Yeah, it's nothing happens to it. We'll be making videos of those. We have to sort out the frames and make some of it, I'll spend because I'm running low. Hello, rural homesteader. Oh yes, glad you're here. That's how we do our honey. Tupelo honey from Florida. There's some good honey from the Tupelo trees, correct?
Yeah, that's considered One of the premium honeys in the country.
One of the premium,
very
yes.
pricey.
Yeah, 7. Oh, he must be rolling in the chips. He says, excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Cap. Uh-huh.
In fact, I was even thinking of getting a couple of Tupelo trees because I found out you can grow them in this far north.
Yeah.
But well, you can only do so much.
Can I do so much, folks? You know, you have to, it's not choose your choose your battles. It's more like, what are your preferences? Well, the bees are alive. They can die on us. And we can't have that, you know, and you've got so much invested in them. And some of them, you know, these hives have been with us for several years. And, you know, we watch them come and die and bring them back. And, you know, it's, you know, like our swarm hive is dear to our heart. This is their 2nd year. 2 things we noticed. We had two or three hives with queen excluders, which are 3 with the metal plates that keep the queen in the bottom. We did notice on them there were dead bees, and we surmised that because of the heat, you know, they're constantly fanning the hive, but because of the heat, they can't get that cool, and so some of the bees, it heats up so bad they just go over and die. That's another reason we try to get our bees back in the box, because when the boxes are just sitting there, they're baking in the sun. And that's not good for them. So, you know, you're trying to balance everything out and see what's going on and stuff like that. Also, Vinny G, when he was our guest several weeks, or maybe 2 months ago, whatever, what is that honey from over in Australia?
Manuka.
Manuka honey.
They actually are selling it in the local drugstore as part of they're saying that it has Manuka honey, some kind of cream or something.
Manuka. Okay, you gotta go get some Manuka honey.
Very, I think it's the most expensive honey in the world.
Really? Yes. Okay, yeah, Manuka honey.
New Zealand and Australia.
New Zealand and Australia.
Yeah.
There are a lot of beekeepers over there. In fact, as I've mentioned before, the United States got a lot of their bees from Australia originally. Now that's come to a halt. We can't get bees from anywhere, not even Canada, even though our bee clubs and their bee clubs work together. You know, there's a network of bee clubs, and whenever we have meetings, we're always bringing in somebody from another bee club. We don't bring them in from the South because they're not relevant to us. We don't have that type of weather. We're dealing with people in Canada, Michigan, out west who Manuka honey is great. Oh, Rural Homestead, they know Manuka. It is greater for Manuka concentration. Gotcha. Yeah. Those are the type of bee clubs in our circle, which is 1,000, upwards of 1,000. Because you're swapping information. There's no perfect book. There's no perfect YouTube video. There's no perfect way to do it. There's no one person, no, you know, they'll say master beekeeper. Well, that just means they've been around for a long time.
Well, usually they passed a course,
series
of courses.
Yeah, they pass a series of courses.
Yeah.
Some people may not know that the reason the bee box is okay. Why does it keep the box? Oh, very good, Cap, to keep them from overheating.
Yeah.
Yep. Now there's a theory out there, Cap, that paint them different colors, light colors like pink and blue and whatever, green, and then it helps them to get back into their correct hive, so that you don't have drifting. Drifting is that they go to another hive, not their hive. We're gonna keep ours white. We have them kind of numbered based on the original set of numbers that we started with. Hi, Southern Yankee Homestead. Good to see you. We started out, you know, everybody says, well, start out with 1 hive. Start out with 2 hives. And we started out with 10. We were raring to go. We had
we overdid it a little bit, I think.
We had saved up our money. We you know, my husband wasn't retired yet. I was going to all the courses. We got the books. We were gung-ho, and we went to the classes. We learned how to open the beehive. And now, mind you, I'm still scared to death of bees. I'm like, oh, you know. But, you know, and Yes, aren't they wonderful? Southern Yankee Homestead. And folks, if you don't know Southern Yankee Homestead, go on over there and check them out. It's a channel that I found by just looking around, but they're fantastic. And a lot of the people on our channels, our group, our larger group, I don't see them over there, and they're great. They're just wonderful folks. She's a vet, and I just think that my husband's a vet, and so they're just great. But anyway, we started with 10, and I don't know how many met their demise with us. 6, 5, I don't know. We lost some. You're gonna lose some, and that's why it's good. Rural homesteader, hello rural. If I didn't say hi, and we learned a little about bees from People Backyard Farms. They're on YouTube, I take it. People Backyard Farms. I'll have to remember that. Yes, the only beekeepers are really good people. Yes, and thank you for your service.
Oh
yeah, okay.
Same to you. Yep.
Yeah, same to you. Beekeepers, thank you very much, Bee Lady. Okay. Yeah, go check them out. She can cook too. She was talking about collard greens. I can't cook collard greens. Now, I don't think that's funny. A black woman that can't cook collard greens. I don't think that's funny.
Have you told your father that?
No. If I tell my father, he'll disown me. What do you mean you can't? Get on down here, He gets those, he uses salt pork, and I don't know, and ham hocks. Oh my goodness, I just can't. Thank you, Finite World, and your brother is retired Army. Thank your brother for his service. But Southern Yankee, you're gonna have to tell me how you do it. My father cuts up little onions and puts them in. I've tried. I may try again. And I can't cook turnip greens, but I don't know. I love them. Oh, collard greens. And I'm going to ask you now. I'm going to separate the Northerners from the Southerners, even though I'm a Yankee. Who knows what pot liquor is? Give me a number 1 if you know what pot liquor is. Retired Air Force, Cab. You go, Cab. They're up in the sky. You just up in the sky.
Air Force.
Pot liquor. Do I see any ones? Disabled Air Force. Air Force, Southern Yankee. You go, girl.
Air Force is the one that probably sleeps better and eats better than the other one.
Yes, my husband was Navy. Oh, Air Force.
Navy, even us, the Air Force really
had some
good supplies.
Yes. And next to them, okay, who knows pot liquor? Okay, Southern Yankee, pot liquor and cornbread. Nobody knows? Okay. If you got someone that can really cook collard greens, and who knows what, like Southern Yankee, and it's the juice from the collard greens. That and some cornbread. Oh, I have to go back and see my daddy. I just left there a couple weeks ago. Told me, start cooking some collard greens. Oh, they are great. Real quick, folks, to veer away, just real quick. I know what it is now after Google search. Pot liquor on Google search. Real quick, folks, but I like to interject some things here. But real quick, the first time I took my husband to meet my family, he was nervous, He walked in, and my father had a big pot. Remember that? And he said, "Reach your hand on it down in there, son, and pull out one of them pig's feet." We're going down there and get one of them pig's feet. And here's a plate or something. Oh my God, it was hysterical. But we all had pig's feet and good old down home meal and pot liquor. Oh, they spell it with a Q. Yes, fish. No, honey, marine. It's the juice from.
You better give me the answer because you're getting all
pot liquor. Stuff. Yeah. Pot liquor is the juice from collard greens. Collard greens have to be cooked right. And then, no, not fish, honey, but you're close, marine, made from collard greens. You put that with cornbread. Oh. And when my mother was pregnant, and even when she wasn't pregnant, she would eat buttermilk and cornbread. Crumble the buttermilk in the bowl and put cornbread on top of that. But anyway, my father had made a big pan of lasagna for my husband so he wouldn't feel like he was like, oh
Well,
my
these are
God.
light. I get stuff I'm gonna put
Okay,
away.
yeah, he's gonna have to go put away some equipment.
Okay,
But
good
my
night, folks.
favorite bee ambassador is, hey, Vinny G. He has to put away. What is with this love? I don't have on any perfume or anything, folks. But yeah, yeah, the first time I met my husband's family, his dad asked, "Are you?" Yeah, us Yankees. Them Southern. You know what? I'll say this, and I'll go on to the bees. Them Southern boys love us Yankee women. I don't know what it is. My husband's from Virginia. They love them some Yankee women. I don't know why, what they do. But anyway, moving on with the bees. Here he goes. We the first year we had 10 hives. No, they didn't all come through the winter. No, we didn't know what we were doing. Up here, beekeeping in the winter is a challenge. We don't have snowfall, we have blizzards. And we go down and we brush the bee, we brush the snow off the beehive, the hives. This year we will show you that. We take down a stethoscope that I have that I mentioned in one of the streams and listen and make sure they're not dead, that they're okay. If they're starving or something, they're okay. There's so much, but going back a little bit further in my conversation, I roll a lot of pennies and nickels and whatnot this time of year because when we need a queen, we need a queen. And that's the way it is. And, it's like any aspect of homesteading. In fact, this is a topic for, and I'm not saying that young homesteaders are one way and older homesteaders are another way. I'm a Yankee and don't like collard green, collard grits. Maureen, I'm going to tell you something. Maybe you haven't had them cooked right. Maybe. I'm just suggesting. If you have them cooked right, you might like them. You really might. And I'll let it go with that. It has to be cooked right. But anyway, when you're keeping bees, if you can't keep up with the hive, and when they need food, they need food. Sugar and water is good, but now we're giving them bee food, which has proteins and enzymes and this and that to keep them as healthy, disease-free. There is one disease, which is not too rare, which we wouldn't even see unless the bees were dead and we dissected the throat. It's nosema. And when you open it, and what would you be wanting to monitor if it were available? I like greens cooked in bacon fat and vinegar. I've never tried that, Rural. I haven't heard of greens cooked in. It took me forever to find. Okay, Renee. Greens cooked in bacon fat and vinegar. I'm assuming you're cooking them in bacon fat and then sprinkle the vinegar on after, but I've never heard of that. But y'all can continue that because I've never heard of that, but that's interesting. But anyway, I was also taught how to dissect the bee and look for some of the parasites and insects that you don't see on the outside, but you can usually tell. Oh, okay, well, whatever. By the way the bees are acting. Like today, the hive we were in today, when we got down to, I think, the second box, they were slow. They were lethargic. As opposed to the hive yesterday, they were just all over the place. They were buzzing every 10 minutes. So you get to know your bees. Yep, and a shot of vinegar. Okay. Anyway, and as we hope, one reason we did this, as we hope you could see, not all hives are the same. They're just not the same. And we have some experiments going on. Sometimes I feel like it's Transylvania down there. We're like, well, let's try this. Let's try that. Well, what are we going to do? Vinny G, I'll get to that in a minute. Because I'll address that in a minute. Because we have an electronic device to remotely monitor the hives. One that we were going to use, we haven't fired it up yet. So I don't know. It's actually, I'll do that now. It's a drone with GoPro on it. And we got it originally to go down, fly around the hives, and come back. And it's not even out of the box. Vinny G, keep in mind, We are in our 60s, on the underside of 60, but we have 19 acres here. And so we have a lot. We have fruit trees. Oh, let me go get this and show you. Just 1 second, folks. This fell off our plum tree. We have the little bitty plums. Yeah. My husband came over and says, here's a little plum. So I think that's good. We have all kinds of fruit trees. We have roses that have to be clipped, fed. Our berry garden, I think, is the best feature because we have blackberries and blueberries. And anyone that's ever grown blackberries, they're bramble. They just take over. We allow a lot of the mint that we have planted in there. We planted the mint years ago, as a matter of fact. We let that stay because the bees like the purple flowers at the end of the season. Right down there are my strawberries. And for some reason, the slugs have been, okay, Marie, thanks for stopping by. Take care. The slugs are bad this year. And, you know, we're not drinkers. And so my husband's been going down in the small town folks, getting 6 packs of the cheapest beer, because you put that in a bowl and you set it out amongst the strawberries, pour in the beer, and it attracts the slugs. It works. And wherever you have slugs, if you do that, you know, that's real attractive. And our slugs are big, like, I mean, big slugs. I said to my husband, are they drinking the beer or are they that big naturally? They're really gigantic slugs. So I'm sure they're wondering what's happening with that family up there. They're so nice and everything. We've been here a little over 20 years in this home. Oh, yeah. 22, 23 in this house. Do you notice your honey having a different flavor with all the fruit trees in it? Not really. It kind of stays the same every year, rural homesteader, because we have the same trees. What we do notice is that our fruit trees produce way more fruit, and our raspberries are doing a lot better. And I think that's because, yeah, well, on the beer, yeah. Because we have the, what can I say? The spearmint, whatever that mint is in there. And when it flowers, you know, we're constantly thinking, well, what will be there in the fall? Well, we have an 1.5 acre pasture over there, which is just about full of what we call wheat trees and goldenrod. That used to be the pasture for our goat and our miniature horse. I think it was Vinny G that asked today, gee, these are a lot of work. And I commented back, no. Not unless you've had a horse and a goat. Because you have to get up every morning, you have to take care of those animals way over there in the barn, you know, snow, no matter what. Get them out, give them the oats and grain, lots of water. Then, you know, you leave the door open so they can come back and forth. You know, and then they have it's all fenced in. Then at night, you have to go back over there, bring them in, you know, and give them more food and water. And if you go on vacation or go anywhere, even for overnight, you have to find somebody to do that for you. And that's not easy. You have vet bills. You know, we didn't take our animals, our goat and our horse to a vet. There is a vet, because of where we live, the vets, they come to you. And they come and they give them their shots and they check them out right there in the barn. That's a lot of trouble compared to our bees, which, you know, if we're going to go away or something, we just give them lots of food. They have water right there in the pond. You know, make sure they have lots of food, make sure everything's okay, and we're done, and they're fine. We don't have to go down there. Bee Man, as we call him, will go down tomorrow morning because he's going to put the hi Angie's Pantry, good to see you. He is going to put the bee in one of our experiments. And as I was saying, it's getting dark out here. I have to get that spotlight. Last week you could see me better. What's going on here? Let me move this up here. Well, whatever. I'm going to end in a few minutes anyway. But our animals here in Australia are outside all year round. Do you get snow? Well, yeah, they go out. They would go outside, Vinny G, like in the snow. You know, they go outside, but at night you have to bring them in. You know, you don't leave them out all night; they'll freeze out there. You know, I think they'll freeze out there. One of my friends went in to take care of her chickens in this area, and they were all frozen. They were all sitting. It's not funny, folks. They were all sitting there like this, like just frozen to their little stage. She had a beautiful chicken house. They were just frozen. And she's calling everybody, hello, hello, what's wrong with my chickens? Well, they were dead. They were frozen solid. So, I don't know. No. So, you know, they could come and go as they please. So no, bees aren't any trouble. We have 2 dogs. And if we want to go somewhere, we either, you know, we can leave them here with our college-age son. You know how that goes. And, or we have to kennel them, and that's money. So, you know, the bees, you know, they just leave them. You know, they're good to go. Let's see if there was anything else. So maybe I'll take a short film tomorrow of one of the experiments that we're doing. I think experimenting with your bees is a positive thing. I think, you know, like we had the one hive with the laying worker, and we showed you that we took the brood out. We only had 1 frame of brood. One side was drones, one side were workers. So we didn't agree on that, you know, what was going on. So we took that out. We took all of these we could find that could be with it out. And then we put in the pheromone. Remember I showed you the little strip. So now they think they have a queen in there. The other one that we took away, we put a pheromone in. So now they think there's a queen. We did that to encourage them to stop laying drones if they're doing it. And we have a queen to introduce. We did today, before I got down there, my husband went down and took the tape from the bottom of the box where the new queen was for one of the boxes. And it was a good sign in that all the bees were around here. If they don't want the queen, they kill her. So, you know, you go down the next day and she's gone and that's it, you know. So, but my goal, my original goal is 50 hives. After today, and you know, the past couple of days in a row, because we're doing them in a row, because we haven't done them in 3 weeks. I don't know. I'm trying to downsize right now. Because it's hot. I don't know. I just, you know, I don't know. But we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Oh, you know what? I think I will go to 50 because after all, we'll have Cab 7 to help us. Cab, can you hear me? That's right. I can do this. We'll be fine. We'll have Cab 7. So we'll just drive on down to Pennsylvania. We're not that far away from the Pennsylvania state line. And we'll pick you up. We'll bring you up. And you're good to go. And you want to do anything else, Cab? Like you want to plow or something in our front? I can't call it a lawn, folks. Nobody out here really has a lawn. Understandable. Hi, London Worms and Gardens. Hive is a lot of work. Oh, well, it's fun work, though. Keep it under a dozen? Yeah, I think you might be right. But we've got Cab coming. We've got Cab coming. Greetings from London, UK. I love your channel. I can out my Okay, you know, your fantasy, huh? Your hive won't be a fantasy. Okay. In our front there, and I think I have a picture of it somewhere, someplace up on YouTube when I get the time. We have a plow. You know, the kind of plow you hitch up to a horse. There's a plow up there. We can't move it. I don't know how a horse ever moved it. Anybody here, can you say one if you've ever been like face to face with a real plow? I mean, it's a real steel plow. And good shape, and it's out there. So I think that's about it. Uh, trying to think what else I can show you. Not much here. You know what I can do is turn it around. Well, if I turn it around, what will you see? Let me see. That faces this way because the sun is setting, and you can hear the animals. I'll try that. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna unplug this. Turn this around. Now, whoops! They just put the light on, so the light will go off in a few minutes. I'm gonna go over here. Okay. It'll be darker when the light goes out. I need to see what you're seeing. Uh-oh, what are you seeing? Let me see. If anything. Let me see. Whoops. Can y'all see anything? Oh, is it cycling? What's it doing? See how it's getting dark? I'm waiting for my picture to come on my little, okay, there you go. See there? That's dark. Okay. I'm gonna walk over there. This is fun. You see those buildings? Showing you. If you can see the buildings, the first little one is Firefly Lodge. And then there's a barn next to that, the big peak. And then there's another barn next to that. See the bigger peak? And then to the left of that, the shiny peak is another barn. So originally, 3 barns and Firefly. That first building, the little one, that's my hangout kind of sorta, which our son has taken over now that he's in school. Mark, can you turn out that light? Folks, because we have motion lights here so that if something goes by, we know it's here. It'll go off in a few seconds, but you can see what is a bright light. Boy, oh boy. Mark! Never when you want them, folks. Hold on, I'm gonna go in and try to turn it out. Just sit there and, can you turn this light off? Is there a switch for it? Can you turn it off, please? He's gonna turn off the light, folks. Now you're gonna get to see what I was just looking at. Oh, let's see. There you go. Ding. I don't know what you can see. The little twinkle lights down there, those, like right there, you see little twinkle lights sticking up. Those are something you stick in the lawn. They're firefly. I don't even know what they are. Butterflies or something. But I'm gonna be quiet a minute and see if you can hear the bugs and stuff. You know what? I'm just gonna walk out there. If they lose a connection, they lose a connection. It's so pretty. Hold on, folks. Ah. We're going this way. Ah. I can't go too far. Okay. All right, now here's an apple tree. Now, just listen. Mark, can you see them on that screen up there? Can y'all hear all those animals? Not animals, but crickets or something? I hope so. Hi there. I can't see the chat, so I don't know. That's our home right there. I don't know if you can, here, can you see him on the fire, Mark? He went inside, I don't blame him. Okay, I think it's time, but I wanted you just to see a little bit of the landscape. Actually, right here, I don't know what happened to that limb, but these are our apples. I don't think you can see them now. These are our apples. Where are our pears? This just fell. Maybe they're too heavy. Can you see those? I don't know what those are. Pears? I don't know. Maybe. Well, that's the tree. You know, there's just all kinds of fruit trees over here. It's 8 o'clock. I'm trying to be entertaining, folks. It's at 8 o'clock. I hope you can hear. And that's where we are. So this has been a lot of fun. Spotlight. I'll come out here sometime. Apples. Take care of the apples later. So I'm gonna sign off now. This has been a lot of fun. Besides, I don't know what comes out here at night. But this has been fun. We love you all, and thank you for joining us on our journey. Always a journey. And some people say it's not the destination, it's the journey. I'm one of those destination people sometimes. But this is the Bee Ldy Apiary saying good night. And oh, before I forget, please remember Simply 7 Living is on at 9. So you have a few moments to get yourselves organized. I know I'm going to go in and get myself organized and enjoy Simply 7 Living. Okay? Good night. Come on. Well, I have to go get the little thing to stop it. Oh, boy. I forgot. This one has a mouse. Oh, dear. Everywhere I look around here, folks. Steps, steps, steps. Ah! What was that? See? Can you hear anything? Wow, thanks for the tour. Oh, no, that's not a tour. You haven't seen a tour. B-Man will give you a tour all the way back there in those woods where he used to take the children. Want to go for a walk in the woods? Yeah. And I say, I'm not going anywhere. You can take them wherever you want to. I don't go back there. I went back there one time. So I'm going to sign off now, but I hope you got to listen to some things. And you see how everything is a haul? I can't say a haul, but a walk. And there's no paths or anything. So hence my golf cart. All right. Good night. Now let me see if I can get this to work.